Deep beneath the waves of the Arabian Sea lies the footprint of a sunken metropolis. Long before Western philosophers debated the existence of Atlantis, ancient Eastern texts were already detailing a massive, highly advanced coastal empire that was swallowed by the ocean. This is Dwarka. According to the ancient Sanskrit epics, this was the legendary kingdom built and ruled by Lord Krishna himself. The descriptions in the Mahabharata and the Bhagavata Purana are staggering. They outline a planned grid city containing over 900 palaces, built with silver floors and precious stones. It featured dedicated commercial ports, advanced water management systems, and wide avenues. According to the lore, the land itself was a gift granted to Krishna by the god of the sea. For generations, scholars read these passages as beautiful poetry, but the texts contain specific architectural measurements and urban planning blueprints. They describe a complex, functioning civilization. Despite those specifics, modern historians largely dismissed Dwarka as a moral allegory. Without physical coordinates, the scientific community agreed that this golden city had zero basis in geographic reality. That absolute certainty began to crack in the mid-20th century. Local fishermen off the coast of Gujarat reported their nets snagging on strange, heavy structures. Around the same time, commercial pilots flying over the Arabian Sea noticed unnatural straight lines cutting through the underwater topography. The debate remained purely theoretical until 1983. That year, Dr. S.R. Rao, a pioneering Indian marine archaeologist, organized an expedition to physically test the waters off the modern coast of Dwarka. Plunging into those depths forced modern science to reconcile its skepticism with the physical evidence of the ancient record. To prove Dwarka existed, the researchers used a comparative approach. The ancient scriptures explicitly claimed the city was a heavily fortified port designed to handle large-scale maritime trade. Scanning the ocean floor 30 meters down, the sonar pinged against massive, engineered limestone foundations. Divers physically mapped out stone walls stretching over 560 meters long. These were not natural reef formations. They were the remains of an organized, fortified settlement. Then they found the maritime technology. Dispersed among the ruins were heavy stone anchors, uniquely carved with 3 circular holes for wooden pegs and ropes. These anchors match the exact navigational technology used by early maritime empires. When archaeologists compared these underwater ports to excavated brick foundations found further inland on the modern shore, the layout aligns with the underwater grid. The ancient texts provide a precise record of a functioning, fortified coastal hub that commanded regional sea trade. Finding the city was one hurdle. Placing it in time was another. The team extracted terracotta seals, pottery fragments, and bits of wood from the underwater site and sent them to international laboratories. They used carbon dating and thermoluminescence, a technique that measures trapped electrons in ceramics to determine when an object was last heated. This timeline chart shows the results. The standard Harappan civilization dates back to roughly 2500 BCE, but the lab's returned dates for the Dwarka artifacts ranging from 1500 BCE all the way back to an astounding 9,000 years ago. This data corresponds to the chronologies recorded in the Mahabharata. So how does a fortified megacity end up at the bottom of the ocean? According to the myth, upon Krishna's death, a divine curse triggered a wave of moral decay, ending with the ocean violently rising to swallow the kingdom in a single day. Science offers a geological equivalent. This graph tracks Arabian sea levels over 20,000 years. Notice the extreme spike between 9,000 and 5,000 years ago. As the data maps onto the coastline, rapid glacial melting and tectonic activity triggered massive tsunamis, instantly drowning coastal settlements. The wrath of the gods described in the epics aligns directly with the physical data. The mythological curse of Dwarka is ancient humanity's method of recording a catastrophic, sudden climate collapse. Today, after 90 years of grueling marine expeditions and persistent research, the lost city is no longer considered lost. It is a globally recognized archaeological zone, physically split between the dry land and the deep sea, and the human connection to that site has never broken. millions of pilgrims visit the modern city of Dwarka every year, standing right on the edge of the sunken ruins of their ancestors. High above the coastline, the 52-yard flag of the Dwarkadish temple still flies, a daily visual reminder that while the vast ocean claimed the stone, the legacy of the city survived. The physical excavation of Dwarka forces a major reevaluation of how we read ancient history. It proves that reflexively dismissing oral traditions and scriptures as mere fiction deletes valuable data. These early scriptures act as sophisticated repositories of historical and environmental observations, preserved through the poetic language of theology. Down in the dark, murky depths of the Arabian Sea, science and faith tell the exact same story. They just use entirely different vocabularies to explain how human memory survives the tide.